First contact and the mysterious threat. The vast expanse of space had never felt so small. As Captain Elena Rodriguez stood on the bridge of the ESS Horizon, Earth's first faster-than-light-capable starship, she marveled at the sight before her. A massive space station, easily dwarfing anything humanity had ever constructed, loomed in the viewport. Its sleek, organic curves and shimmering, iridescent surface spoke of technology far beyond human understanding. "Approaching Galactic Alliance Nexus Station," announced Lieutenant Chen, his voice steady despite the awe evident in his eyes. "They're hailing us, Captain." Elena took a deep breath, steeling herself for humanity's first official contact with the Galactic Alliance. On screen, Lieutenant. The main display flickered to life, revealing a being that defied easy description. It appeared vaguely insectoid, with large, compound eyes and chitinous plates, but there was an unmistakable intelligence in its gaze that transcended any earthly comparison. "Greetings, humans of Earth," the alien spoke, its words translated by the advanced software developed for this historic moment. "I am High Counselor Zix Era of the Galactic Alliance. We welcome you to the greater cosmic community." Elena stepped forward, her voice clear and confident. "High Counselor, I am Captain Elena Rodriguez of the Earth Spaceship Horizon. On behalf of humanity, we are honored to join the Galactic Alliance and look forward to peaceful cooperation and mutual understanding." The formalities continued, with treaties signed and information exchanged. Humanity was officially inducted into the Galactic Alliance, opening up a new era of interstellar relations. As the days passed, the crew of the Horizon found themselves immersed in a whirlwind of new experiences, technologies, and cultures. It was during one of these cultural exchange sessions that Elena first heard whispers of the Galactic Beast. She was conversing with a Praxian diplomat, a being composed of shimmering energy fields, when the subject arose. "Your species shows great promise," the Praxian, named Lumi, said. "Perhaps you will succeed where others have failed." Elena's curiosity was piqued. Failed in what exactly? Lumi's energy field flickered, a sign Elena had learned to interpret as discomfort. "There is a threat, a monstrous entity that has been terrorizing the outer colonies of multiple Alliance species. We call it the Galactic Beast." Over the next few hours, Elena learned the terrifying details. For the past solar cycle, reports had been flooding in from the fringes of Alliance space. Entire outposts had gone dark, only to be found later in ruins, with survivors babbling about a creature of unimaginable horror. The beast was described differently by each witness, but all accounts agreed on its massive size, its ability to appear and disappear at will, and the trail of destruction it left in its wake. "Why haven't we heard about this before?" Elena asked, her mind racing with the implications. "The Alliance Council wished to avoid causing panic," Lumi explained. "And there was hope that your species might offer a fresh perspective on the problem." Elena felt a weight settle on her shoulders. Humanity had barely taken its first steps into the galactic community, and already they were being called upon to face an interstellar threat. She excused herself from the conversation and made her way back to the Horizon, her mind whirling with possibilities. In the ship's conference room, Elena briefed her senior staff on the situation. The reactions ranged from disbelief to excitement, but all agreed on one thing: this was an opportunity for humanity to prove its worth to the Alliance. "So, what do we know about this Galactic Beast?" asked Dr. Yuki Tanaka, the ship's xenobiologist. Her eyes sparkled with scientific curiosity, even in the face of potential danger. Elena pulled up the reports she'd been given. "Not much, I'm afraid. It seems to target isolated outposts, striking without warning. Survivors report a creature of enormous size, but descriptions vary wildly. Some say it's like a giant squid. Others describe it as more reptilian. The only consistent factors are its ability to appear and disappear at will, and the destruction it leaves behind." Chief Engineer Marcus O'Brien scratched his beard thoughtfully. "Sounds like we might be dealing with some kind of advanced cloaking technology, or maybe even dimensional shifting." Or it could be a naturally evolved predator with abilities we can't yet comprehend, Yuki countered. We've only scratched the surface of the galaxy's biodiversity. As the debate continued, Alina felt a mixture of pride and concern. Her crew was already approaching the problem from angles the Alliance might not have considered, but the weight of expectation was heavy. The galaxy was watching, waiting to see how these newcomers would fare against a threat that had stymied even the most advanced civilizations. "All right, people," Alina said, bringing the discussion to order. "We've been tasked with investigating this threat and, if possible, neutralizing it. The Alliance is providing us with the coordinates of the most recent attack. We'll start there and see what we can uncover." As the meeting adjourned and preparations for their mission began, Alina couldn't shake a nagging feeling. The galactic beast, as described, seemed almost too terrifying, too perfect a predator. There was something about the whole situation that didn't quite add up. Little did she know, as the horizon prepared to jump to the frontier of known space, that humanity was about to stumble upon a secret that would shake the foundations of the Galactic Alliance itself. The true nature of the galactic beast would prove to be far stranger and far more dangerous than anyone could have imagined. As the ship's FTL drive spooled up, Alina looked out at the star-studded expanse before them. Whatever they were about to face, she knew one thing for certain. Humanity was ready to show the galaxy what they were made of. The hunt for the galactic beast was about to begin, and with it, a new chapter in the story of human exploration and discovery. The hunt begins. The ESA horizon dropped out of FTL with a flash of Cherenkov radiation, the fabric of space-time rippling around its hull. Before them lay a desolate planetoid, its surface scarred and pockmarked. Captain Alina Rodriguez leaned forward in her command chair, her eyes fixed on the main view screen. "Sensors, what are we looking at?" she asked, her voice tight with anticipation. Lieutenant Raj Patel's fingers danced over his console. The planetoid matches Alliance records for Outpost Zeta 9. It was a mining colony, population around 500. Atmosphere is thin but breathable. I'm detecting residual energy signatures consistent with weapons fire. And something else. Something else, Alina prompted. Raj frowned. "It's unlike anything in our database, Captain. Some kind of radiation, but it's not behaving according to any known laws of physics." Dr. Yuki Tanaka practically bounced with excitement. "Captain, we need to get down there. Whatever that energy signature is, it could be our first real clue about the nature of this galactic beast." Alina nodded, her decision already made. "Agreed. Assemble an away team. Full environmental suits, and I want everyone armed. We don't know what we're walking into down there." Within the hour, Alina found herself leading a team of 6 onto the surface of Zeta 9. The landscape was a nightmarish tableau of destruction. Buildings lay in ruins, their metal frames twisted and melted as if subjected to impossible heat. Here and there, strange crystalline formations jutted from the ground, pulsing with an eerie internal light. These crystals, Yuki mused, scanning one with her tricorder, they seem to be the source of the anomalous radiation. But I've never seen a molecular structure like this before. It's as if they're growing. Chief Engineer Marcus O'Brien knelt by a piece of wreckage, his weathered face creased with concern. "Captain, look at this. The metal's been eaten away, but not by any corrosive I've ever seen. It's like it's been digested." A chill ran down Alina's spine. "Digested? You mean this destruction wasn't caused by weapons?" Before Marcus could respond, a piercing shriek split the air. The team whirled, weapons raised, to see a figure stumbling towards them from the ruins. As it drew closer, Alina realized with a start that it was an Alliance species she recognized. A Vulcaran, a race known for their stoic demeanor and advanced mental abilities. The Vulcaran's normally iridescent skin was pale and mottled, its 4 eyes wide with terror. "It comes," it screamed in broken galactic standard. "The beast that devours worlds." Alina approached cautiously, her hands raised in a gesture of peace. "We're here to help. Can you tell us what happened?" The alien's eyes focused on Alina, a flicker of recognition passing through them. "Humans," it breathed. "The new ones. Perhaps you can succeed where we failed." With trembling appendages, the Volcrin pressed a small, glowing orb into Alina's hands. "Our memories. Our failure. Learn from them. Stop the beast before it." The alien's words were cut short as its body suddenly convulsed. To the horror of the away team, the Volcrin's form began to dissolve, its very molecules seeming to unravel before their eyes. In a matter of seconds, all that remained was a puddle of iridescent goo and another of the strange, pulsing crystals. "What the hell just happened?" Marcus exclaimed, his face pale beneath his helmet. Yuki was already scanning the remains, her scientific curiosity overriding her shock. "It's as if the Volcrin's body was reconfigured at the molecular level. These crystals, they seem to be a byproduct of the process." Elena looked down at the orb in her hands, its soft glow pulsing in time with her racing heart. "Whatever's happening here, the answers are in this. We need to get it back to the ship for analysis." As if in response to her words, a low rumble shook the ground beneath their feet. In the distance, a massive shape began to coalesce, like a living shadow taking form. "Move," Elena shouted, galvanizing her team into action. They sprinted back towards their shuttle, the ground heaving beneath them as the colossal shape drew nearer. From the corner of her eye, Elena caught a glimpse of their pursuer. It defied description. A writhing mass of tentacles and maws, yet somehow incorporeal, as if it existed partially in another dimension. The very air seemed to warp around it, and in its wake, more of the strange crystals erupted from the ground. They reached the shuttle just as the entity closed in. As they lifted off, Elena saw the creature engulf the spot where they had stood moments before. The planetoid's surface rippled like water, transforming into a sea of the pulsing crystals. Back on the horizon, the away team underwent rigorous decontamination as the ship's scientists began analyzing the Volcrin's orb and the data they'd collected. Elena stood in the observation lounge, watching as Zeta-9 receded in the distance. The entire planetoid was now covered in a crystalline shell, pulsing with that same eerie light. "Captain," Raj's voice came over the intercom. "We're picking up a transmission from the Alliance. They're reporting simultaneous attacks on 3 other outposts. Whatever this thing is, it's spreading." Elena's jaw tightened. They were dealing with something far beyond their experience, a threat that could potentially engulf the entire galaxy. But as she watched her crew spring into action, analyzing data and formulating theories, she felt a surge of pride. Humanity might be new to the galactic stage, but they'd brought with them a unique perspective, an indomitable spirit of inquiry and determination. "All right," she said, turning to face her senior staff. "Let's figure out what we're dealing with. The Alliance is counting on us, and we're not going to let them down." As the horizon prepared to jump to the next crisis point, Elena couldn't shake the feeling that they were on the brink of a discovery that would change the course of galactic history. The hunt for the galactic beast had only just begun, and humanity was about to show the universe what they were truly capable of. Unraveling the mystery. The command center of the ESS Horizon hummed with activity as Captain Elena Rodriguez stood before a holographic display of the galaxy. Red markers pulsed ominously, indicating the locations of recent attacks by the entity they now knew as the Galactic Beast. "It's not random," Elena muttered, her eyes narrowing as she studied the pattern. "There's a logic to these attacks, but what?" Dr. Yuki Tanaka approached, her tablet clutched tightly in her hands. "Captain, I think we've made a breakthrough with the Volcrin's memory orb. You need to see this." With a gesture, Yuki transferred the data to the main display. A series of images flickered to life, showing scenes from various alien worlds. Each image was accompanied by strings of complex equations and diagrams. "What are we looking at, Doctor?" Elena asked, her brow furrowed in concentration. Yuki's eyes gleamed with excitement. It's a research log, Captain. The Volcrin weren't just victims of the beast. They were studying it. And what they discovered is, well, it's going to change everything we thought we knew about life in the universe. As Yuki explained, Alina felt a chill run down her spine. According to the Volcrin's research, the galactic beast wasn't a single entity, but a collective, a swarm of microscopic organisms that could reconfigure matter at the subatomic level, altering the very fabric of reality around them. But why? Alina asked, her mind reeling from the implications. What's driving it? Yuki's expression turned grim. Survival, Captain. The beast isn't native to our universe. It's a refugee, fleeing the death of its own reality. And now it's trying to reshape our universe to match the conditions of its home. The revelation sent shockwaves through the crew. The galactic beast wasn't a mindless destroyer, but a desperate survivor, remaking worlds in its image to ensure its continued existence. As the implications sank in, a transmission from the Galactic Alliance cut through the stunned silence. High Counselor Zixara's insectoid features filled the main screen, mandibles clicking with agitation. Captain Rodriguez, we are receiving reports of a massive beast manifestation in the Proxima system. The Alliance fleet is mobilizing, but we fear it may not be enough. We need your findings, and we need them now. Helena straightened, her resolve hardening. Counselor, we've made significant discoveries about the nature of the beast, but I don't think a military solution is the answer here. We need time, Toe. Zixara cut her off, compound eyes flashing. Time is a luxury we no longer have, Captain. The Alliance has voted. We will use the Novarium cannon to obliterate the Proxima system, beast and all. It is regrettable, but necessary for the survival of the galaxy. Horror washed over Alina. The Novarium cannon, a weapon of unimaginable power, capable of unraveling the fabric of space-time itself. Using it would not only destroy the beast, but annihilate countless innocent lives and potentially destabilize the entire sector. Counselor, please, Alina pleaded. Give us one more chance. The beast, it's not what we thought. There might be another way. Zixara's mandibles clacked in what Alina had learned to recognize as a sigh. You have 6 hours, Captain. Not a second more. Zixara out. As the transmission cut, Alina turned to her crew. The weight of billions of lives pressed down upon her shoulders, but she saw in the eyes of her team the same determination that burned within her. All right, people, she said, her voice steady despite the gravity of the situation. We've got 6 hours to save not just a star system, but potentially our entire universe. Let's show the galaxy what humanity can do. What followed was a frenzy of activity unlike anything the horizon had ever seen. The science team, led by Yuki, pored over the Volcrin data, seeking any clue that might lead to a solution. Engineering, under Marcus's direction, worked tirelessly to modify the ship's systems, preparing for any eventuality. It was Raj, the quiet sensor operator, who finally spotted the key. Captain, he called out, his voice cutting through the din of the command center. I've been analyzing the beast's movement patterns against stellar cartography data. There's a correlation with dark matter concentrations. Elena leaned over his console, her eyes widening as she saw the overlay. The beast's path wasn't random. It was following streams of dark matter, invisible rivers flowing through the galaxy. It's using the dark matter as a guide. Yuki breathed, the pieces falling into place, trying to recreate the conditions of its home universe. A plan began to form in Alina's mind. It was audacious, perhaps even insane, but it just might work. If we can't destroy the beast, she said slowly, maybe we can give it what it wants. A home. The next few hours were a blur of frantic preparations. The plan was simple in concept, monumentally difficult in execution. They would use the Horizon's advanced propulsion systems, modified with the knowledge gleaned from the Volcrin data, to open a controlled rift in spacetime. A gateway not to another point in their universe, but to a newborn reality, one where the beast could thrive without threatening existing life. As the deadline approached, the Horizon raced towards the Proxima system. They arrived to find chaos. The beast had manifested on a scale beyond anything they had yet seen, a roiling mass of energy and matter that dwarfed planets. The Alliance fleet hovered at the system's edge, the ominous bulk of the Novarium cannon visible among the ships. "This is Captain Elena Rodriguez of the ESS Horizon." Elena broadcast on all frequencies. "Hold your fire. We have a solution." What happened next would be debated and analyzed for generations to come. The Horizon dove towards the heart of the beast's manifestation, its modified engines screaming as they tore a hole in the fabric of reality. For a moment that seemed to stretch into eternity, the universe held its breath. Then, slowly at first, but with gathering speed, the beast began to move. It flowed towards the rift like water down a drain, its vast bulk diminishing as it passed into the newborn universe beyond. In its wake, it left devastation, yes, but also possibility. Worlds remade, ready to birth new forms of life. As the last of the beast vanished through the rift, the Horizon's engines gave a final, thunderous roar. The gateway collapsed, sealing the beast in its new home. In the sudden, ringing silence, Elena looked out at the stars. Familiar, yet somehow changed. They had done it. Humanity, the newcomers, the underdogs, had succeeded where the combined might of the Galactic Alliance had failed, not through superior firepower or advanced technology, but through understanding, ingenuity, and the courage to seek an unconventional solution. As congratulations and expressions of awe poured in from the Alliance fleet, Elena allowed herself a small smile. This was only the beginning. Humanity had proven its worth, and the galaxy would never be the same. "Well done, everyone," she said softly, looking at her weary but triumphant crew. "Let's go home." The Horizon turned, its hull gleaming in the light of the Proxima star, and set a course for Earth. They had stories to tell and a new chapter of galactic history to write. Ripples across the cosmos. The grand chamber of the Galactic Alliance Nexus Station buzzed with an energy unlike anything in recent memory. Representatives from every member species crowded the tiered seating, their eyes fixed on the central podium where Captain Elena Rodriguez stood, poised and resolute. "Members of the Alliance," Elena began, her voice carrying clearly through the vastness of the chamber. "The threat we knew as the Galactic Beast has been neutralized. But in confronting this crisis, we've uncovered truths about our universe and ourselves that will reshape our understanding of cosmic life for generations to come." As Elena spoke, holographic displays sprang to life around the chamber, showing data from the Horizon's encounter with the beast. The audience watched in awe as the images depicted the creation of the interdimensional rift and the beast's passage into its new home. "The entity we faced wasn't a monster, but a refugee," Elena continued. "A life form so fundamentally different from our own that communication seemed impossible. Yet, in the end, it was understanding, not firepower, that saved countless lives and preserved the integrity of our galaxy." Murmurs rippled through the crowd. For many, the idea of the dreaded galactic beast as a sentient, even sympathetic entity was difficult to grasp. Elena could see the doubt and confusion in their eyes, but also a growing spark of curiosity and wonder. High Counselor Zixera stepped forward, mandibles clicking thoughtfully. "Captain Rodriguez, your actions have undoubtedly averted a catastrophe. But they also raise profound questions. What are the implications of creating a new universe, and how do we prevent such incursions in the future?" Elena nodded, having anticipated these concerns. "Dr. Tanaka, if you would." Yuki took the podium, her excitement palpable as she began to explain. "The rift we created wasn't just a doorway, but the birth of a new reality. Our calculations, based on the Volcran data and our own observations, suggest that this new universe will evolve along parameters compatible with the beast's nature. In essence, we've given it a blank canvas on which to paint its own cosmic tapestry." She paused, letting the magnitude of this sink in before continuing. As for future incursions, our encounter has given us invaluable data on the nature of interdimensional travel. We're already working on developing detection systems that can identify potential weak points between realities. The chamber erupted in a flurry of questions and excited discussions. Species that had been at odds for millennia found themselves engaged in passionate debates about the nature of reality and the responsibilities of sentient life in the cosmos. As the session continued, Alina found herself fielding questions from all corners of the galaxy. The Arxer, a species of silicon-based crystalline entities, were particularly intrigued by the beast's ability to restructure matter. The Zonak, beings of pure energy, proposed joint research initiatives to study the dark matter streams the beast had followed. But it was a question from an unexpected source that truly highlighted the paradigm shift taking place. A representative of the Volok's, one of the most isolationist species in the Alliance, approached Alina during a recess. "Captain," the Volok said, its bioluminescent patterns flickering with what Alina recognized as hesitation. "Your species' approach to this crisis was unconventional. You sought to understand rather than destroy. This is not the way of the old Alliance. Perhaps it is time for new perspectives." Alina smiled, recognizing the olive branch for what it was. "The universe is vast and full of wonders, Ambassador. There's room for all our perspectives, especially when we work together." As the days passed, the full impact of humanity's actions began to unfold across the galaxy. Research outposts sprang up near the site of the rift, studying the lingering effects of the interdimensional crossing. Diplomatic channels that had lain dormant for centuries crackled to life as species reached out to one another, eager to share insights and theories. On Earth, the revelation of the beast's true nature and humanity's role in resolving the crisis sparked a renaissance in the arts and sciences. Musicians composed symphonies inspired by the beast's multidimensional existence. Philosophers debated the ethics of creating new universes. Scientists pored over the data from the horizon, pushing the boundaries of physics and biology. But with great discovery came great responsibility. As Alina stood on the observation deck of the horizon, watching her crew prepare for their next mission, she couldn't help but feel the weight of the future pressing down upon her. "Penny for your thoughts, Captain," Chief Engineer Marcus asked, joining her at the viewport. Alina sighed, her eyes fixed on the stars beyond. "We've opened a door, Marcus. Shown the galaxy that there are always alternatives to violence, always new frontiers to explore. But where does it lead? What's our responsibility to this new universe we've created? To the other realities that might be out there?" Marcus chuckled, laying a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "That, Captain, is the beauty of it. We don't know, but we'll face it together, humanity and our new allies. That's what we do best, isn't it? Forge ahead into the unknown." Alina nodded, feeling her resolve strengthen. Humanity had earned its place among the stars, not through conquest or technological superiority, but through compassion, ingenuity, and an unquenchable thirst for understanding. Whatever challenges lay ahead, they would face them with the same spirit that had guided them through the beast crisis. As the horizon prepared to embark on its next mission, this time, with a diverse crew of Alliance species eager to learn the human approach, Alina felt a surge of pride and excitement. The galaxy was changing, growing, evolving, and humanity was at the heart of it all, not as conquerors, but as explorers, mediators, and innovators. The hunt for the galactic beast had ended, but the true adventure was just beginning. As the Horizon's engines hummed to life, Alina gave the order that would launch them into a new era of galactic cooperation and discovery. Let's see what's out there. New horizons. 5 years had passed since the galactic beast incident, and the universe had changed in ways few could have imagined. The ESS Horizon, once a lone human vessel in a vast alien sea, now stood as the flagship of a diverse fleet. Its mission: to explore the fringes of known space, seeking out new life, and new civilizations with a spirit of curiosity and cooperation. Captain Elena Rodriguez stood on the bridge, surveying her crew with pride. Humans worked alongside Volcrin, Arxer crystals pulsed in harmony with Jonak energy fields, and even the once reclusive Volaks had sent their finest scientists to join the expedition. Status report. Elena called out, her voice carrying the weight of experience and the excitement of new discoveries. Lieutenant Commander Raj Patil, now head of Seno Communications, swiveled in his chair. All systems nominal, Captain. We're approaching the coordinates of the anomaly. Dr. Yuki Tanaka, who had become the foremost expert on interdimensional physics in the Alliance, looked up from her console. Sensors are detecting fluctuations consistent with a potential reality overlap. It's similar to what we saw with the beast, but different. Elena nodded, a familiar thrill running through her. All right, people. This is what we've trained for. Let's make first contact. Again. As the horizon edged closer to the anomaly, the view screen flickered with strange, otherworldly patterns. Colors that had no name in human language danced across the spectrum, and shapes that defied Euclidean geometry twisted in and out of existence. It's beautiful, breathed Zixera, the former High Counselor who had insisted on joining this mission. And terrifying. Elena couldn't help but agree. The universe had proven to be far stranger and more wonderful than anyone had imagined. But humanity's greatest strength had always been its ability to face the unknown with courage and compassion. Open a channel, Elena commanded. All frequencies, all known forms of communication. Let's say hello. For several tense moments, there was nothing but the eerie silence of space. Then, suddenly, the ship's speakers crackled to life with a sound that was neither language nor music, but somehow both. Raj's fingers flew over his console. Captain, I'm detecting. It's incredible. The signal is modulating itself to match our brainwave patterns. It's learning how to communicate with us in real time. Elena felt a smile tugging at her lips. This was why they had come out here, why humanity had reached for the stars. Not for conquest or resources, but for moments like this, the pure, unadulterated thrill of discovery. Send our reply, she said. The greeting package we prepared. Let's show them who we are. As the message was transmitted, the anomaly before them began to shift and change. Slowly, almost hesitantly, it began to take on a form that was recognizable to human eyes, a massive, shimmering doorway hanging in the void of space. My God, Marcus whispered from his engineering station. It's an Einstein-Rosen bridge, a stable wormhole. Elena's mind raced with the implications. A doorway to another part of the universe, perhaps even another reality altogether. The scientific and exploratory potential was staggering. But before they could begin to process this, another transmission came through. This time, it was accompanied by a visual, a being of pure light and energy, its form constantly shifting and changing. Greetings, travelers. The being spoke, its voice resonating not through the ship's speakers, but directly in their minds. We are the guardians of the cosmic tapestry. We have watched your kind with great interest. Elena stepped forward, her voice steady despite her racing heart. We come in peace, seeking knowledge and friendship. The being seemed to smile, though it had no discernible face. We know, Elena Rodriguez of Earth, we have seen how you faced the one you call the Galactic Beast, how you chose understanding over destruction, creation over annihilation. It is why we have revealed ourselves to you. A collective gasp went up from the crew. The implications were staggering. An advanced civilization that had been watching, waiting for the right moment to make contact. Your actions have sent ripples through the cosmic tapestry, the Guardian continued. The universe you created for the beast flourishes, a testament to the power of compassion. And now you stand at the threshold of an even greater journey. The wormhole pulsed, images flickering across its surface, glimpses of worlds beyond imagination, civilizations that defied comprehension, wonders that made even the most fantastical human dreams pale in comparison. Through this gateway lies a network of realities, all interconnected, all part of the grand design. The Guardian explained, "We offer you the chance to explore, to learn, to grow. But the choice must be yours." Elena looked around at her crew, seeing the same mix of awe and determination in their eyes that she felt in her heart. Humanity had come so far, risen to challenges they never could have imagined. And now, the greatest adventure of all lay before them. She turned back to the Guardian, her decision made. "We accept your offer, with gratitude and humility. We have so much to learn, but we also have much to share. Together, we can weave new patterns into the cosmic tapestry." The Guardian's lights seemed to brighten. "Then let the journey begin." As the horizon prepared to make history once again, Elena couldn't help but reflect on the path that had led them here. From a single world, uncertain of its place in the universe, to the cusp of a multiversal adventure, humanity had proven itself not through force or technology, but through its indomitable spirit, its compassion, and its unquenchable thirst for knowledge. "Helm," Elena said, her voice ringing with purpose, "take us through." The ESS Horizon, carrying with it the hopes and dreams of Earth and the entire Galactic Alliance, glided forward into the shimmering portal. As they crossed the threshold, Elena felt a profound sense of rightness. This was what it meant to be human, to face the unknown, to seek understanding, to forge connections across the vastness of space and the boundaries of reality itself. The story of the Galactic Beast had been just the beginning. Now, a new chapter was about to unfold, not just for humanity, but for all sentient life in the cosmos. And Elena knew, with unshakable certainty, that whatever wonders or challenges lay ahead, they would face them together, united in their quest for knowledge and their commitment to compassion. As the wormhole enveloped them in its ethereal light, Elena whispered the words that had guided humanity from its first tentative steps beyond Earth to this monumental leap into the multiverse. Per aspera ad astra. Through hardships to the stars. The journey continued, and the best was yet to come.